Game Module 4 skills test time, and as you hopefully have gathered in Chapter 18, the main story is bonding, right? Figuring out that, first of all, atoms can bond to each other and form molecules, but they don't do it in a similar way. Not all elements bond in the same way with other elements. You can either have ionic bonds, covalent bonds, or metallic bonds. And so the first question really gets to what kind of bonds would be formed between two respective elements based on their position on the periodic table. So there's a link to your trusty periodic table. Based on those positions, those relative positions, what kind of bonding would you expect? Question 2 gets to, these are now going to be molecules that are formed through ionic bonding specifically. And the question is, given these different typical types of ions, notice they've got charges such as the lithium ion. Lithium typically forms a +1 ion. Nitride, for example, forms a -3 ion. So how many of these respective atoms would you need to form these different compounds or these different molecules? For example, lithium chloride. How many lithiums would you need, or lithium ions would you need, to match up with how many chloride ions in order to make an overall molecule that is uncharged? So essentially you're going to try to balance the charges of these different ions. The last 3 questions all refer to these diagrams A, B, and C. Essentially you're going to choose which of these represents an ionic compound, which represents a covalent compound, and which one represents a compound that's essentially using metallic bonding as a way of holding itself together.